Welcome to my craft room. My name is Tina Kvrgic, and I am Northern Stamper. Thank you so much for joining me. I am glad you're here. It is Monday, and let us begin a week of crafting. Today is actually a perfect day for crafting. I don't know about you, but it is not sunny. It looks a little rainy, overcast, and it is a time to be here crafting in the craft room. Comment below. Ooh, hold on. Comment below if you're joining me live or on replay. And today we are going to be using the Every Little Kit things. Now, this is fantastic. I am actually loving the Stampin' Up! Kits. They're really nicely made, and they've got some really good stuff that you can create some amazing cards with. I am absolutely loving the kits. I find they're very economical, and I can actually make them go much further with what we're making. So comment below if you are joining me, or if you have the Every Little Kit, or there are other kits that you're interested in. I'd like to know, but for today, we're going to be using this one. So before I get started, I would like to thank Noni for sending me this amazing Mother's Day card. Thank you so much. It is very cute. And I do recall these. These are the little ephemera flowers from, I think, a year or so ago. They turned out fantastic on this card. I just love it. And thank you so much for sending that to me. Made me feel extremely special. I hope you guys had a lovely Mother's Day. Comment below if you got taken out for dinner or what. So just let me know. Did you know that Stampin' Up! Has a join offer? Now, if you've ever thought about joining or getting some Stampin' supplies to kind of get your stash a little bit more filled, you can join for $135. They also have the new ink pads that you can, when you join, you can choose to get all of the 5 new ink color ink pads. And look, the ink, look at that, it's magnetic, very cool. And they're quite nice. So, oh, that's so much easier to open. I know a lot of people will be happy for that. So you can join and choose the 5 new ink pads if you like, for $135. And they started changing some of the join offers. You can join and choose either the ink pads, or you can add a few more extra items if you like. It's totally up to you. I just wanted to put it out there. Okay. Last time I showed you some items that I had just purchased. This is called Exciting Times, and I'm very excited. Uh, I'm a big believer that when you order something, and say it's a punch, right? This is what I wanted. I really wanted the punch because it's a shape, and you can never go wrong with ordering anything that's a shape like a die or a punch. But I ordered this, and I thought, if I'm paying for the punch, they have the coordinating stamps to go with it. Now, this itself, I would, kind of say, oh, it's nice, but, it's okay. But when you have it as a bundle, always choose the coordinating stamp set. If you're choosing a punch or a die, choose the coordinating stamp set. I'm telling you, to be honest, you will never regret doing that. One, you save a little bit of money, but you know what? It just coordinates really nicely. Okay. And I'm very excited. I'm going to be making some items out of this. Can't wait to crack it open. Today looks like a really good day for crafting because I don't know about you, it is not very sunny, not very nice. It looks like a spring day where it's going to rain. So that is okay. So I might spend all my time in the basement and creating with some of this. So that's just my little 2 cents. All right, let's get started. And we are using the kit. First of all, we have the stamps that come with it. And I love the stamps actually in a lot of the paper pumpkins and the kits. I am choosing them because of the stamp sets that they have in there. I really like them because they have some really simple sayings and they're very versatile, and I really like that. So today I'm going to be, I really love this one that says enjoy the little things, or you can always choose, you are loved. This is what we're going to be using. So this is the stamp set. Oh, Carol made it. Oh, thank goodness you made it live. Woohoo! Okay, so for our card base, we're gonna have a card base. So this is a strawberry slush, and it's a basic size of card base. All I'm gonna do is literally just fold it in half. There we go, or you can score it. It's totally up to you. There we go. Whoops, there we go. Just like that. So I made the card base just like that. Let's flatten it out a little bit with our bone folder so it stays nice and flat. Okay, woohoo! Okay, there is our card base. Now, what you also need to do when you look at this kit, there are items that are in here. So if you look at this one here, we are going, ooh, there you go, look at it. This one here, we are going to be using the flowers on this. So that's why, see the red flowers, and it matches the card base. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for the ephemera piece, and we're going to take that out. Oh, it looks like it's attached. It's really, there we go. Just going to pop that out. We need this. So we're going to take that. Okay, make sure you have that piece. See how the colors kind of match? You could go a little darker if you want. That's totally up to you because there's a dark and it looks like a cherry cobbler in there. If you don't like red and you want to go for green, this is Mossy Meadow. And the lighter one, of course, can't go wrong, Old Olive. So those are the choices. Also in the ephemera pack, what we want to look for is this sun. I'm just going to pop that out. There we go. We're going to save these other pieces for a card that's coming up. And in the stash, there is this kind of blue, and we're going to use this. Now you'll notice it's a little larger. We have to cut this down, and I will show you what we're going to do. The last piece of color that we're going to do is this. It is a mossy meadow. So if you don't have a mossy meadow, it's okay. You can use whatever color you want. But I chose the mossy meadow because I'm going to be picking up the darker colors in the leaves, and that's why I chose mossy meadow. Okay, so those are the items we're going to use along with the embellishments that come with the kit. All right, so those are the items we are going to use. Give me a thumbs up if you are going to, if you're ready to create with me this interesting card. I've kind of changed it. Oh, Carol wants to know strawberry slush manicure. Oh, actually, it's kind of off a little bit. Mine is a little bit more pink. I don't even know what color it is. It just looks so pretty. But, oh, it is pretty close to strawberry slush, but not quite. Okay, the first thing we need to do, remember I told you this blue was a little bit too large, and what I want to do is I'm going to cut it down so I have an edge all the way around. Now comment below if you know what size I'm going to say. You know what size I'm going to say. All right, so all right, okay, which way is up? Which way is up? Okay, just going to double check. Okay, it is 4 inches wide. Whoops, we are out of focus. Let's look. One really close. There we go. 4 inches wide. And I'm going to turn it to 5 1/4. Hold on to this little piece. And we are going to use it for something else. Whoop. Really, I think, oh, make sure your trimmer is fairly close because we need to do a little bit more cutting. But in the meantime, what we're going to do, see how it's going to fit right on top. And there is the, yay, Carol got it right, 4 by 5 1/4. So there is an edge all the way around. There we go, nice edge. Now, I don't want to lose this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue this down. I'm not putting any adhesive ribbon around it, so I can glue this down. Now I do that because I lose things. And this way it just makes it easier. Okay, so we have that. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take a look at our Mossy Meadow cardstock. And I need to have it 4 inches because that's what the measurement is from one side, from the left to the right is 4 inches. Now this is slightly larger. Yep, it's slightly larger. So I'm just going to cut it down to 4 inches. Okay, just going to cut that down to 4 inches. Okay, now you're going to see that this is kind of large, right? I don't need this whole piece. I do need it kind of broken up in at least in half. So I'm going to take this piece, which is the same size, 4 inches by 5 1/4 or 5 inches, whatever. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to cut this just in half. And really what I'm going to do is, it doesn't matter what size in half as long as it's fairly in half, okay? So now I have 2 pieces of this Mossy Meadow. Now what I'm going to do next is with these pieces of Mossy Meadow, I love this idea. This is one of my favorite. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to rip it. Okay, just halfway. See, it's halfway here, halfway there. I'm just going to rip. Now I could use both pieces, right? There we go. We got it like that. And that would work. I could actually do that. Or I can have another piece in between. And I could do that with this one. So let's do them both and see how they turn out. Okay, so I can have one at different height. Now on this one, it's a little bit, oh, can you see? It's a little bit more ragged. So I want it to match the other one. So I would turn this one around. So it's not ragged, like the rip part is towards me. I would just turn it around so it looks like, different levels. Okay. Now I kind of want this to stand out a little bit. So I have this on the card. You can't quite tell where the breaks are. So let's move this off to the side. I'm going to take those pieces and I'm going to use Peaceful Pine. Now, I could use Mossy Meadow, but I don't have that quite close, but I really wanted to try the Peaceful Pine. I wanted a slightly different green color. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, see how simple that was? Oh my gosh. And I'm going to take my sponge dauber and let's test it out. Ooh, wow. Wow, that's a juicy, oh my goodness, that's a juicy ink pad. And I'm going to take that on the dauber and along the edge a little bit. So when I put them together, they're going to see a bit of a shade. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Also, when you're doing it with the dauber, it kind of, like a nail file, it takes down the roughness of the bumps a little bit. So just be aware of that. Okay. Oop. There we go. This is going to add some color. There we go. Oh, those are dark. See? Whoa, those are dark. Okay. There we go. Now you can see more of the different colors here. See, 1, 2, 3. Look at that. You can kind of see the difference. And I want them to kind of stagger behind each other so they look like, like little waves of a hill. But what I'm going to do is I want to give some depth to them, and I'm going to put dimensionals in between. But before I do that, I'm going to actually add, do I want this one at the front? Before I do that, I'm actually going to add a ribbon to one of these. So let's see, if I stagger it like this, how do I do this? I just want to take the different ones and see how they're going to look. Oh, I kind of like that. That kind of goes like that. Now I have 3 different types of ribbon. Now these are older ribbons, so it really doesn't matter. So I have this one that's like a twine. I could use that, right? That looks kind of nice. It's a twine. It's a thin twine. This one I thought was really interesting. It looks like rattan, and I could use that. That stands out a little bit more. Whoops. Here we go. There you go. Kind of looks like that. That's interesting. I don't know. There's also a basic beige I could use, but I don't know about that. That's kind of like that. I think I like the twine, the linen twine, a little bit better. Um, let's try this one again. So I go through some, yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. So I'm going to, one, and I'm actually going to double it. So two. Let's see. I'm going to double that. Doo-doo-doo. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to just double it over. Make it nice and flat. And I'm going to add it to just the first piece. Okay. Make it nice and flat around. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to wrap it around and secure it on the other side. There we go. Just touch it over there like that. Whoops. Let's turn it over and see how that's. See, it kind of goes a little bit like that on that piece. Now, I think that looks kind of cool. Now, they're exactly not on top of each other. That's okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to like add more adhesive, and this is going to be on top of the other one. So let's make sure there's lots of adhesive to make sure it sticks. I'm going to take it and place it on the other piece that is ripped along the bottom. Are we still in focus? I hope so. Oh, we are. Yay! Okay, so we have it like that. So there's one, two. But what I'm going to do is take another piece and it'll go on here, but I'm not going to glue it yet. Oh, surprise. Okay, so I don't want to glue those last two pieces together because I need to do some work with those flowers. Okay, so let's bring back in our card base. There's our card base. And what I could do is, because the flowers are going to go in between this one and this one. This is going to go on the bottom. I can actually glue this straight down, and that's what I'm going to do. This will help me figure out the placement of my flowers. So I'm going to pop that on there. Okay, there, just like that. So that's glued on. Now, if I just take this and pop it on, that's too big, right? Because it goes beyond the edges. Let's take our scissors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully cut in between. So there's one there, and let's see, I can kind of see if I have them this way. I'm going to cut up here. I'm going to cut this flower off, and I'm going to follow along on this leaf. There we go. I'm going to cut that in a bit off so I can have it like this. Now this leaf is kind of over there like that. It's a little bit long. I don't want to go beyond actually the card base. So let's do this. I got these flowers and I can bring them down a little bit lower, and I can keep up to about this one. Now I can't quite cut that leaf. What could I do? Let's see. Let's cut up to this leaf here. Right? Gotta just take a look. There we go. Like this. Stagger it a little bit. And then I got these ones left. Okay, they kind of, if I put them like that, I don't know, I might have to cut this one apart. So what we're basically doing is we're looking to make a bouquet. So that kind of looks like a big mess right now, but don't worry, it will all come together. So I cut my flowers. They're kind of in that area, just so that you know. So see, it doesn't go beyond that. I'm not gluing anything down yet because I still have something else I need to kind of tuck in behind the flowers, and that is this circle. See how the circle is going to go behind, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. Okay. Now what I could do is, so I could do the same thing with the circle as I did for the um, uh, the green cardstock, and I could do that with red. I don't know. Should I do that with the red or should I just leave it? I don't know. What I'm going to do first is stamp my sentiment. Now I see you got to take a look on where the circle is going to land. Let's double check. Is this going to fit? Okay. It looks like it might not fit, so I might have to move that up, or I have to use a smaller sentiment. So the sentiment I wanted kind of goes a little bit longer. So let's take a look at the other sentiment. I'm going to lay that down. That kind of goes on there too. So it looks like I have to bring this up a little bit. And I think I'm going to use this one because I think it is more versatile. Enjoy the little things. I'm going to use this one and I'm going to move it up. Okay, so let's take that circle out. Okay, now I could stamp it in Peaceful Pines or I can stamp it in black. So the Peaceful Pine, the green would pick up from the green cardstock. So I'm curious. Let's give it a try. So I'm going to stamp. Now, because this is a new ink pad I'm not used to working with, I'm going to stamp on here. Oh, that is nice. Whenever it's a new ink pad and I've never used the color before, I always do a little test because I just don't know. I don't know if it's going to blob. I don't know if it's too thick. I don't know if it's too thin. That actually turned out really good. Oh, I am very, very happy with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. So we have this. Let's bring this back in. And what I'm going to do is, again, move these flowers. Move these flowers. I'm going to tuck this up. Now remember, the flowers kind of came along, and you can either center the flowers a little bit more off to the right, or you can kind of move them over. And I think because, remember I had these ones left over, I think I'm going to move these over just a bit and use up more of the card. Oh, geez. Kind of like this. Let's see. I want to make sure I use them all. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stagger these flowers. All right. So I got the first one. And what I want to do is I'm going to tuck it a little bit behind this piece right here. So I'm going to get some adhesive. I think I need to use dots. Dots might work a little bit better because of the areas on where the glue is going to land. I am not that great with liquid glue, so I'll use the dots. Some of you I know are liquid glue experts, but I always seem to put too much down and it just kind of comes out the side. You know, I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 8 years, and I'm still working at trying to figure out how to use that glue properly. All right, that's going to slide that in there. Kind of slide it behind. Oh, let's try again. Slide it over. And I'm going to pop it in there. Okay, let's get this one before we glue this down. Add a little glue to the back of the circle so we know where we're staying. Okay, popping that on there. There we go. Now all of the little glue dot pieces can stay. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to, oops, add that one on top. Hey, look, that one was too low. That's okay. It covers the other one. That's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down, but I'm going to use some dimensionals. I'm going to actually pull this up. It was supposed to be staggered a little bit higher. Let's go a little bit higher. So if I do this, it's supposed to be staggered a little bit more. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Got it. Got it. Okay. I'm going to use my dimensionals. not always a perfectionist, but sometimes, just sometimes. I'm going to add my dimensionals along the bottom so I can tuck in the flowers along the top, and then I can squeeze in some dimensionals when I'm done. So I got the adhesive on the bottom, right? Just on the bottom there. Move it in here. There we go. Now you can see that other one. Perfect, perfect. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take those other flowers and they are going to tuck in. Now this one leaf bothers me, so let's just fix these guys so the leaves don't look like that. Just going to round him off a bit so it looks more like a leaf. Ah, there we go. And that's going to tuck in behind or on front. I could do either one. Let's see how it tucks in the front. Ooh, I think I like that. I actually am going to put them in here. Yeah. Ooh, kind of tough. Maybe I'll do this one on the, oh yeah, I'm going to do that one. And this one on the front. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this other one, and it's, remember their dimensionals is between these two right here. Because it's on a dimensional, I want him to kind of tuck in. So I'm going to just add some adhesive on there, slip him down, and I want him to be a little lower. Don't go beyond the card, and place him inside. Now I didn't put dimensionals on the, stick. There we go. I didn't put dimensionals on the flowers because I want them to kind of be a little loose. And this one will go, let's try and tuck him in. I'm gonna bring this off a little bit, just snip it. And it is going to sit right about there. And let's use some glue dots to hold this one in place. Okay, just to hold him in place. Okay, and I'm placing the glue dots on closer to the bottom of the flower. I'm not putting it on the flowers because I want that flow of the flowers to move around. Just make sure I put them, I want to have enough glue so that it doesn't move around. Let's see, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to tuck it in off to the side here. So it looks like gonna slide them under. I might need my pick tool to lift this smidgen. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, see how they kind of are a little loose on the top. Oh my goodness. Let's finish up our bow here. Let's see if I can make a bow today. I love this linen thread. It's one of my favorite, even though it's still kind of old. I like to look what's in my stash and see what I can use. There we go. I'm gonna make that a nice bow. Okay. Can place it over here like that. Over here. Let's see. My bow is a little bit too big. I'm gonna put that with a glue dot on the back. Okay. I am waiting for my shipment to come in. I've bought those shimmer brushes and I'm kind of curious on how they are going to work. I'm very excited for that. I'm going to pop that on here. And I'm going to trim up my linen thread. It naturally wants to go this way, so I'm just going to let it go the way it wants. There we go. And ooh, I'm going to add our embellishments on. Put some on here. These are so pretty. They just give a little bit of oomph to the card. 3 up there, 1 down here, and some Winkastella on those flowers to give a little bit of shine. There we go. Oops. This card is great. I like how the kit, even though I still kind of followed somewhat of the instructions on some cards, I like how this turned out. Oh, they look great with the Winkostella. Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'm going to order more Winkostella, even though I don't need it. Oh, why not? That looks fantastic. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love that. I love that. That looks great. Oh my goodness. Don't you think? Look at the shine on that. Wow. I hope this has given you some ideas on how to use this Every Little Things kit. Now, it was only $29, but I really enjoy making what this is. Oh my goodness. See how its flowers are kind of moving around there. What do you think? Comment below. I like this. This is actually one of my favorite ones so far. Oh my goodness. I love it. Anyways, let me know what you think, or if you have any questions, you can drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. Don't forget, I have some in-house events coming up. I hope that you can make it. If you live in the Durham area, come on out to an in-house event. I also tip, there is going to be some items for sale being posted later this week. If you would like to shop some of the retired items I'm going to be posting. Anyways, comment below what you think of the card. If you have any questions, you can pop them below. I hope you have a great day, and today is actually a perfect day for crafting. So let's get crafting.